even with Christmas too, gifts.
Yeah.
It's all about. I mean, it is a good time period. Don't get me wrong, where the families gather, you give each other gifts. You spend the morning together, opening up the gifts around the Christmas tree. Having good time. It's good and everything, but they forget about the pivotal moment of the day on Christmas, the 25th, right? The birth of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the new calendar is the 25th, and
Right.
then the old calendar is January 6th.
January 6th, yeah, but like the idea is that's what it's supposed to represent, but people cover up the birth of Jesus with all the other stuff that are good, but in reality, when the actual message gets lost, I think the holiday needs to be criticized,
Yeah.
because then it's no longer good.
While we're on the Christmas topic, like, would you guys tell your kids about Santa?
Yeah, I want to get to that too. I don't even know
isn't that a great question?
where Santa Claus
Nah,
came from.
I
I know
probably
it's Saint
wouldn't, I'm not
Nicholas,
gonna lie.
but
Because it's a false, this false, I don't know how to say it.
false doctrine, false idea.
Yeah,
false,
you're putting false idea
story?
into your kids, making
Yeah.
them believe things that is not real. And then they start to believe all the other things that is not real when you can just teach them about God. What
George just
Christmas is
goes,
actually about.
Santa's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I guess
On
you have
Christmas,
to.
just teach them about what Christianity teaches and who Jesus is
Right.
and about God. That's it. It's that simple. Why does there need to be a Santa Claus? Give them gifts too, obviously, but don't give them this false idea of Santa Claus coming from your chimney or whatever
Yeah.
it's called
Sneaking in your house at night.
and then giving you gifts.
Nah, that's
Doesn't
great.
make sense.
And and then the idea of Santa knowing if you're good or bad is watching you, knows everything about you and all that stuff. It's a very like false narrative when you think deeply about it. So,
Well, so did you guys
How
believe in
he-
Santa when you were little?
yeah, for sure.
For
Yeah and no. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Me personally, like,
We were just not entertained.
I was
with
like
that
a
thought.
kid that just, okay, somebody says it, okay, like it makes sense because I have no knowledge. I have no further knowledge.
yeah.
But I wouldn't like for me, it wasn't like never like a belief. I don't know. Never
Yeah.
a strong belief. How about that?
Yeah, for me, I was so bought in. I would say I was super bought in, and I would say during that time, as a kid, it was actually super magical, surprisingly, even though it was so false and wasn't even real. I cried my eyes out when I found out about Santa, the Easter Bunny. When I found out all these things, I cried my eyes out.
Wait, how old are you, dude?
I found out when I was I don't know, maybe 10, 11. I believed for a
Okay,
while,
so you
man.
found out that he was all false. and
Yeah,
stuff?
it was
There's definitely
end of
something
elementary
magical about it, though.
school.
You're right. There's
Wait, how did you
definitely
find
something
out that he was false?
My parents told me.
No, your
It's
parents
simple,
told
but I started piecing things together.
Yeah.
Because I found the gifts in the basement before Christmas.
magical. Oh,
So it's wait, why is Santa coming early? But
Plus,
it's not the
we
case.
we didn't really have that you could say tradition or a culture of giving gifts on Christmas because for us it was
Right, that's
different.
true.
It was different. Christmas was
on
about
New
birth of
Year's.
Christ, going to church.
Yeah.
Right. So, we did have a Christmas tree, but we didn't have that sort of day in the morning where you just there's all magically just your gifts are there. We
Yeah.
didn't really have that. So I guess if we did, then I would say I would probably have a stronger conviction on Santa as a kid, but I
Yeah.
didn't, which is I would say a good thing because it's I wasn't it's
we still had enough.
Yeah.
For that, for where we grew up and how
Yeah.
we grew up around that idea.
because you don't have to give how about this let me put it in a better way because people might not understand this. I'm not saying it's a bad thing for a kid to be happy and know these things, but you can give your kid happiness without giving them a false doctrine on things. It doesn't make sense why you should do that. Give them the truth, what it is. You can still give them gifts. Why does it have to be a secret person coming in and giving them gifts?
Yeah, and
They're
I
still
think,
going to be happy.
and the thing is what you're saying and stuff like that. I'm still 50-50 on it. Because the only reason is because not the only reason, but when you're gonna say that, there's gonna be people out there be like, why would you ever want to do that for your kid and stuff, or why
And
would you ever do
ruin
that to your
their
kid
idea
and
of
ruin their
Santa.
idea and stuff like that, and not make it magical. It's it
Yeah.
almost seems like Georgie doesn't want them to have fun.
Yeah.
But it's not that's not the
people might
case here.
think that,
You're expressing because you want them to know the truth and stuff like that. I think every single kid even has crazy imagination already. So it's they're already thinking about all this crazy stuff when they're super, super young. I don't think in my opinion I would kind of stretch it. Even if I were to tell a kid, I wouldn't stretch it for too long.
Yeah, if your kid tells you, no, Dad, I still believe in Santa, you shouldn't go well, you're punished for that. No, you'd be you laugh and you'd be okay, yeah. But they're going to know that it's not real because like you're
You'll
not gonna
eventually find out.
you're not gonna fight about it, but you're
Yeah.
gonna
He
tell
was
them
gonna
what
plant
it
the
is.
seed
Yeah.
of the truth.
Yeah. So
And
they're
the
still
reality.
gonna know. They're gonna understand it when they grow up, obviously. But
Yeah. So actually, let me tell a story, I guess. But
Yeah.
one of my clients, she has a 3-year-old. I've talked about her before in the podcast. She's like a Catholic. She's a Catholic and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Her kid's 3 years old, and he's actually afraid of Santa.
He's
like-
afraid of it.
He's afraid because she was telling me that she was trying to take him to go like take pictures of Santa or like take him to some like village or some like event, Christmas event. And he was like, "Oh, is Santa gonna be there?" And she was like, "Yeah, like probably." And he was like, "Oh, I don't want if Santa's there, I don't want to go."
Yeah.
'Cause he's like afraid of Santa, and I think it's because like she tells him like, "Yeah, he comes down the chimney, comes in our house at night, like when we're all sleeping, and like scares him a little bit."
it could also be the
Yeah.
fact that they have like long beard and little.
You don't
like,
really
thick
see their
eyes,
face
yeah.
at all, only
Yeah.
their eyes, really.
Comes down it just.
We were
seems-
afraid of Santa, I think, when we were kids.
Yeah, dude. I feel like you might be like little as a kid. Like there's obviously levels to
Yeah.
it. Some kids might not even care about it, but like that fact that they have long beard, you can't really see their face. Yeah, that's true. They come down from the chimney and just I don't know. They're like
'Cause I
flying in the
remember-
sky. You might get this little weird feeling.
Do you remember when we were in kindergarten? I know for sure I cried when so they took us to
Ooh,
Santa, right?
I remember this
So
now.
I remember I cried because I was scared. I'm like, who am I? And I think it was a lady dressed as a Santa Claus
Oh,
too,
no.
because they
Oh,
didn't
no.
have a guy to be dressed as a Santa Claus. So like I see that she's got like some liners and stuff on her eyes, and I know it's a lady, but then she's like dressed as a guy, like long beard, like a Santa Claus.
Santa's not transgender.
Exactly. So I'm just like trying to
You
remember
should've
as
pulled down
much
your
as
beard.
yeah. I just remember. I'm just trying to remember as much as I can, but I do know for sure that I cried when I saw Santa Claus because I just didn't know what to make of a dude with long white beard, don't barely know the face and stuff like that. I don't know. So I,
No,
I
yeah,
can
so
see I why they
I
would be
think
scared.
all kids have like different experiences of that stuff, but
Sure.